Hi, this is Ethan Wise. I would like to encourage you to explore the idea of co-creation with me in this video. What is co-creation? Let's take a look at that. Co-creation. Let's start with creation. What is creation? You might think God created the universe, right? But let's take it down to the human level and the level that anyone can understand regardless of their spiritual beliefs or lack thereof. What is creation? Give me an example. Think of an example. An easy one would be you have a blank piece of paper, you get colors, you make a piece of art, and you just created art. You can create music. You can compose music out of your mind and out of the ether and make music. You can bring together words and make a song. You can smile, and that is an act of creation because you just created a smile. You can create human beings, you can make babies. You can create a meal to eat. You can create misery, you can hurt someone, say something to hurt them. You can make someone smile. These are all acts of creation. You are a creation machine. Every breath you take is continuing life in your body, and as your body continues to exist, that's an act of creation. Every second, the heart is beating, the blood is moving, the thoughts are moving. All of that is creation. Creation is life, and life is creation. And nature is always creating. Just look around. Bacteria, insects, rain, sunlight. Everything is creating something. There is physical creation, there is energetic creation, there is emotional, there is intellectual creation, there is art, and probably more. Now I want to challenge you to stop creating. You might think that you haven't created anything, or that you aren't creating anything right now. Even if you try to not create anything, by being present, being alive, your body is creating, your cells are regenerating, repairing, detoxing, your neurons are changing. Your body is doing it unconsciously to you. Okay, so you don't have control over that, right? Okay. So what are you creating consciously? Sitting and watching this is an act of creation. You're creating an experience. You could decide to just shut down that computer, go find a closet, sit inside and clear your mind. Or become a Buddhist monk and master the art of somehow clearing your mind of thoughts. And you think you're done creating, but what you created is that experience. You created yourself sitting in a closet, looking at the clothes and smelling the clothes and seeing the darkness and experiencing it. What I'm trying to show you is that as long as you have awareness of an experience, external to you or internal to you, as long as you are experiencing something, you are creating that experience. Your awareness of reality, of your body, of your thoughts, of your inner world, of your outer world, the awareness creates the experience. So I challenge you to stop creating. It's impossible to be human and not to create. We are creating every second of the day. An easy example would be decisions. Like, I am thirsty right now. I could start out, go out and get water, or I can keep recording this. If I drink water, I'm creating a different experience. I'm giving my body water, setting in motion a whole different experience than sitting here making this video. Choices determine outcomes. It's the law of reality. Okay? If you are spiritual, you might think there's a God. This God might be loving, he might be evil, like some of the ancient gods. If it's evil, he's hurting you, you are running away, or he or she. And that's an experience. God is creating an experience for you. If God is loving, he's creating, or she are creating an experience for you. And you are responding to the experience in some fashion. Your response is creating the whole experience for you. That is co-creation. Co implies that there's someone else involved. This someone else could be another person. It could be multiple people, group. It could be the universe. It could be a creator, a God, another creator. It could be anything. And I would like to challenge you to find an experience that is not co-creation, because we are always interacting with our environment. So if I grab this cup and if I dropped it on my pants, I will have wet pants and coffee stains. That's an experience. You could argue that I created it all for myself. So how is that co-creation? It's a matter of definition. If the mug wasn't there, then maybe I wouldn't have done this. If you look at the universe in a spiritual manner or an energetic manner, it's a little easier to think of that. Like, this is energy. It exists, and I used it. The universe co-created with me because this was sitting there, and this is part of the universe. So it's the computer, the internet, the camera, Facebook, YouTube, the presence of these things, vehicles, like we discussed in previous videos. The vehicles allow me to co-create. If you're an atheist, let's just look at the idea of vehicles. Facebook, YouTube. I could do nothing, or I could make this video and upload it to YouTube, and YouTube and I together created a video that people can see, which is valuable to others, hopefully. YouTube and I co-created something. To co-create a piece of art, you need a piece of paper that came from a factory or came from a tree. You could think that that tree and you are now co-creating. We don't exist in a vacuum. We co-create with tools, with vehicles, we co-create with other people. And that's what co-creation means. So when it comes to co-creating in your life, it depends on your perspective. You could be religious, spiritual, or an atheist. But it basically comes down to the law of that we don't exist in a vacuum, and the law of action creates a reaction. And in order to get a reaction, your action is going out and having an effect on something, then it comes back to you. That effect on something else and coming back makes it co-creative, makes it dynamic. So it's just a matter of definitions and a matter of looking at it. If you attribute any consciousness to the receiving part of you, towards the receiving party. So I do something, goes out, and it's received by consciousness. Then the consciousness reciprocates or responds in some fashion. That is also co-creation. This consciousness can be another human being. When you make music and sing with people, you together are co-creating the art. And this consciousness could be anything. Now, if you are of the thought that the universe is conscious or that God is in the universe, then that also is like the same principle. You see how that's working? So it doesn't matter where you come from. The act of living and the act of creating is always actually co-creating. Whether we call it creation or co-creation, it doesn't matter. As long as you're participating in it, it's happening and it's always dynamic. You put action, you get a result. Then you have a decision to make at that point. What's next? And not taking action is an action. Refusing to participate is a form of participation. It's a form of action. So you cannot stop co-creating even if you wanted to. You cannot stop creating even if you wanted to. If you think you are your body, then this argument is sealed. Your body is always creating something, chemically speaking. If you think that you are your consciousness and you're not your body, it's the same. Your consciousness is experiencing being in the body, and it's experiencing this reality. And the experiencing part, the awareness, the consciousness, by virtue of experiencing, is creating an experience. So this taps into Buddhist philosophy where the observer and the observed and the act of observation are all part of that equation. They're all interconnected in some way. Okay, we're not going to go there. That's deep philosophy. But for now, I hope this video gave you a little inkling on how you are always creating, and that every single decision that you take every single second of the day creates an outcome. And even when you say, oh, I'm staying home tonight, I'm watching TV, that just created that experience for you. That's the simplest example. Or I'm going up and I'm going to do the dishes, or I'm going to write a piece of music, or I'm going to make a video, or I'm going to read a book. I'm going to make someone smile. I'm going to make money. I'm going to plant a tree. I'm going to sit outside and look at the sky. All of that is creation. You're creating experiences for yourself. When you narrow everything down and really funnel it all down, it comes down to you are experiencing. This is the simplest act of creation. And from there, you go outwardly, and you can create things. You can create a degree. If you persist with the education and taking the steps involved, you can create a forest. If you plant a seed every day and persist, you can build a business. If you do things the way they're meant to be done within that system, you can create awesome meditation experiences. You can create sickness or health. Your thoughts are an important factor in your creation process. Your belief system, your unconscious beliefs, more specifically, are crucial. And then your actions. So your thoughts, your emotions, your images in your mind, your desires, play a major role in your behavior. And the behavior produces action. And the action eventually produces the future. And the future is always happening. Time is like you are moving in time, or time is moving towards you, but you're always meeting time. It's always coming towards you. You cannot stop progression of the future towards you, or your progression in time. And taking action can influence the future, so that when the future is here, the action that you took back there has grown to something else in the now. There's always just the now. We're always experiencing the present moment, the now. The future hasn't happened, the past is gone. You're always here, and you're always creating in the now. But a lot of the things that we do are like seeds. You plant seeds, and they grow. You build upon success, and then you build upon that. Success over success over success, growth over growth over growth produces bigger results in the future that are experienced only in the now, because that's the only time that you can experience anything. So enjoy life in the present moment. Know that you are creating in the present moment. Understand that what you create today will change your experience of the future. But remember to keep living in the present, and remember that you are a creator by virtue of being human and being alive here. So now that we know that you are a creator, at least of your own experiences, the next question is, what are you creating? What experiences are you creating for yourself? Think about that. Thank you for watching. This is Ethan Wise. I hope this was valuable to you. Send me any questions you might have on this topic. And if you want to learn about ways to change the kind of experiences that you create for yourself, contact me and I will help you with that. Until the next time, be healthy.